It's for the F Shack. Love Dirty Mike and the boys.
Hey, are you Dirty Mike and the boys? How you know who we are?
What's this thing called? The podcast?
Morning Good.
Oh, I love that.
All right,
By the way, shout out to Tim.
Welcome to Morning Good.
Let's do it. We got Jake Velazquez
How's it going?
and we got Luis Lopez.
I'm so upset that I'm here already.
Yeah. You guys, dude, I had a weird night last night. So I have this pedophile joke, right?
Sure.
I don't normally like talking comedy, but this is just such a weird scenario.
Sure, damn. Did your hair got so big since last time I saw you? Sorry, keep going.
I know. You didn't see the corner. I got cornrows. I did the whole thing.
Did cornrows.
I did see the
Yeah,
corners,
yeah,
but it's so like poofy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I got to get the cornrows.
Sure.
Yeah,
You have to get the corners.
Yeah.
There's no other option.
What if it just turned into a fro?
Hell yeah.
That would be sick.
Afro pick?
What's up?
Afro pick?
Dude, that would be next level.
It's just lost in his curls.
Yeah.
At that point, I would get complaints. I was waiting for some complaints about the Royals. I was waiting for one, but I feel like they're probably behind.
White
Did you not get
cornrows
any?
in Florida?
Wow.
Fly.
Yeah. Well, in Florida, nobody cared.
Exactly.
Besides the one guy at a Publix, this old white guy who saw me and was like he was terrified.
Sure.
But dude, last night, so I have like some pedophile jokes I was doing, and this guy after the show, he pulled me aside. He goes, "Really enjoyed the set, man." He goes, and by the way, good luck with all that stuff with your uncle. He goes, I know. He's like, I know it's probably not easy, so I really respect you being up there and being vulnerable. I was like, no, I wasn't molested, dude. They're just like general pedophile jokes.
Sure.
And he goes, look, you don't have to justify anything. You
That's
have a good
great.
night, sir. And just like walked away.
Sure. That guy's just trying to help you.
Yeah,
What
but
place was this?
this is the pair.
Downtown.
Yeah. But it was the most sincere thing. He's like, look, I'm so sorry with stuff with your uncle, but he's like, I really do respect the courage it takes to be vulnerable. I was like, I wasn't molested. My uncle's like a great guy.
Yeah, that's so funny.
That
It's
might
like, I
be a
wasn't.
guy that was molested, and he's bothered.
Which is more awkward about it though. Because now he's like trying to share a moment with me, and I'm just like, yeah, no, I don't know what your thing is, pal.
Yeah,
I'm not
no,
a freak, dude.
I wasn't molested. I just think about it all the time. I got 7 minutes on it because it's constantly on my mind.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing too. Is he like? It felt like that moment in you see like Good Will Hunting, where he's like, it's not your fault.
Yeah.
It's not your fault.
Yeah, it was Robin Williams.
Yeah.
You're a sexy Matt Damon.
Yeah, there you go.
But I think he may have. I don't know. He was on coke. I think so. Maybe I don't know. Maybe he just had some sincerity to him. But he was like dead serious. He was just like, I respect
That
it.
is a weird moment.
What time was the show? Late show?
Yeah, it was a midnight show.
Oh,
So yeah, that's
there
what
you go.
expected. Yeah.
Anyone ever sincerely talk to you after a joke or a
Oh,
show?
can you talk it close to the microphone as you can? Lick it.
I got an email.
An email?
Yeah.
Well, about what?
I had a Biden joke.
A Biden joke?
Yeah, and
Okay.
they said that it was like it was distasteful, or it was kind of like about Ukraine or whatever.
That's fine.
But I was like, I literally had a joke about like the Holocaust, Epstein.
Dude, that's
like,
always how it
so many
goes.
things.
Yeah.
And she was like, my husband's like from Ukraine. I'm like, so this just pertains to you, so you're getting offended. But like,
Yeah.
I was also like, making fun of a president is probably the last thing I'm gonna stop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a crazy thing.
It's
to
never
do.
a bad move.
You
You're
couldn't
just-
punch up more
right.
than the
Which is
leader
pretty
of the
much what
free
I
world.
said. But I
Yeah.
think the club.
You replied?
I replied.
That's great.
You said it's a disgusting place. Your husband's probably ugly. 'Cause
I
there's
said,
not
I'm sorry if you were
none of them look like-
offended, but Ukraine is weak.
Really?
That's hilarious.
That's
great.
And they will fall.
Yeah.
No,
Did you see that?
You mean the country previously known as Ukraine? Because it
Yeah, true.
matter of time.
Did you see that thing that's the Pentagon?
That was the most dumb witty joke I tried to do. I'm like, hey,
job.
what about a little Seth
depends what you
Meyers
ask.
kind of comedy? Huh? That's
I
what we do.
reply 6 months later, what Ukraine?
Yeah. You say so.
You see that article that came out about the Pentagon that said that
No.
they did like an accounting error and they gave the Ukraine $3 billion more than they originally thought. I'm like,
That's my joke.
is it?
That's literally what my joke is, dude. My joke is, and that's why this fucking bitch tells me that I can't tell this joke. My joke is that my grandfather, I go out to get him sweets a lot. He gives me money, and when I come back, he tries to give me money again.
Sure.
And he just forgets that he gave me money. I'm like,
Yeah.
you think that's what Joe Biden's doing with the Ukraine?
Oh, that's
so
funny.
just like an accounting error. It's just dementia. And that seems like it literally is what happened.
Probably.
He just
Yeah, that
keeps
is insane. I don't know
forgetting.
how you give away $3 billion.
I need to
extra
add that in
dollars.
because maybe people do tighten up sometimes. Maybe if it's based
Real?
in fact.
Yeah.
they
Yeah,
won't
No,
do it
don't
as
worry.
much.
This is true.
Yeah,
Yeah,
don't worry.
yeah.
It's horrifying and real.
Yeah.
Well, that's why I feel like maybe the molesting joke, like it's maybe coming off looking. Maybe the joke could be bombing more because they think I was like molested and it's uncomfortable.
Sure.
But I
how
clearly-
do you come off less molesty then?
look more
Because they
confident.
sing and
Go to the
like he
cornrows
looks
again.
molested.
Yeah. It's
no-
probably
nobody with cornrows gets molested.
probably more eye contact with the audience. Let them know I'm,
That's also weird though.
yeah.
Like, you ever fuck a kid? Just looking straight at somebody's face.
But I clearly say in the joke I was not molested. Like I emphasized it. I was like I was not molested. But they got maybe it's just that one. But I've had it 3 times.
maybe you say it too much. But like, I wasn't molested. I swear to God, guys. It wasn't.
Yeah, they think of like denial.
Let's talk about
much,
that. Yeah.
or-
Because by the way, this is the 3rd time somebody has thought that I was molested because of the jokes. So the joke's becoming like an issue in my.
Yeah, that's too much.
Yeah, that
too
is
much.
way too much.
You should just start weeping after it.
Yeah, that'd be
Double
funny.
down. Yeah.
Have an Ali Sadiq moment.
Yeah.
Does he cry in his
Does he do
special?
that? I
Have you
can
not
see that.
seen
He
it?
gets a little emotional sometimes.
Have you not seen his
I
new
was
song?
molested.
Bro, yes, exactly. You
That's
nailed
what he
it.
does.
But dude, his last one is like an hour and a half. But like 50 minutes in, there's like a 7-minute period where he's like super serious and he literally cries.
Oh
it's
my
fucking
God.
crazy. But dude, it's really
He is
good.
good though. So
It's
like
such
hard,
a
'cause
good
then he has
special.
other shit that's like pretty funny. Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
know. You know what I was watching today? This is sort of a weird segue, I guess.
Yeah, let's
because
get out of
Ali-
stand-up,
basketball.
yeah.
Ali Sadiq is black, so this
Yeah.
is my segue. I was watching Def Comedy Jam today,
Yeah.
Sure.
and I watched like 5 of them. One, that is the highest form of comedy ever done.
Sure.
Yeah.
That was the best era of comedy, but it was so funny because it's like a little time capsule. There was like I watched like 5 comedians. Every single person had a joke about Rodney King, and everybody had a joke about Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
Yeah,
and
that
they
is
all
pretty
do
crazy.
like Chris Tucker and Eddie Griffin both did Michael Jackson dance moves across the stage. And I'm like, this is better performing than we'll ever do.
That's so funny too to be like, yeah, there's no way somebody's gonna do a moonwalk in this
Yeah.
performance.
Yeah.
And then 100%.
Two different
yeah.
Man, that sucks thinking that's your big closer and it's like 3 people before you all do it. It's like, ah, shit.
You about to change
but
your
they were
act
all
tonight?
pretty unique.
Yeah, yeah.
Like they
yeah.
all incorporated the moonwalk in their own
Yeah.
unique way. It was very
Sure.
interesting.
That is impressive.
Yeah.
Speaking of Michael Jackson, I was watching the Fogle documentary. Have you guys seen that?
No.
On
What's
Jared-
it
Oh,
on?
the Jared Fogle.
Jared
No.
Fogle. Yeah, it's on like HBO Max.
Okay.
The funniest part is they keep comparing him to like a celebrity. They're like, when you're at this level of success, you lose your mind. That was like their defense. And we're like, he was like the spokes guy for
Yeah, he was-
Subway.
That's crazy. He was
South
like
Park.
Flo
You
yeah.
ever watch the South Park
of Jared Fogle.
With him?
with Jared Fogle?
No.
Yeah, but also like that's like
You
like
didn't
such
see
a
it?
I'm not
It's
a big
that
South
he
Park guy.
says that he lost all the weight because of AIDS, but he means like people that help him.
yeah. I've seen
Oh,
that.
So
that's
he
funny.
tells and he keeps saying AIDS, and then he gets like run out of town. But like, there's a speech towards the end where he's like, "I want to give all the kids AIDS."
Yeah, yeah,
And then,
yeah.
like, people really start turning on him, and then they find out, and it's all good. But then it was like literally like 4 years later,
Yeah,
he got taken
caught
down.
fucking
for
He gave a
drugs.
bunch of
pedophilia,
kids
so
AIDS.
it's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
you watch that episode now, and it's like kind of funny.
Ooh,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Some things don't age well.
Yeah,
I've always
or
want-
they age.
Or they age perfect.
Yeah.
Well,
That's what I would want to go in and ask for the Fogle. Like, was there a specific sandwich where they were like, "This is the Fogle"? Because you'd
I
eat
don't
like
think
a
they
specific.
ever had a Fogle.
No, I don't think they did. But I
They
think
never
he-
had a Fogle.
For some reason, I
Fogle
picture
classic?
him eating meatball subs.
There was never a Fogle classic.
No.
No, it was just a 6-year-old.
Yeah.
No, yeah, I don't think they had ever had one. They had no. Yeah.
Oh, I thought they did. Well, because like it was his
No.
thing, but I guess that's weird to name a sandwich after. I don't know. I feel like they do that with sandwiches, maybe.
Subway's weird because they have every sandwich taste the exact same.
Yeah. Even
You
like a meatball sub tastes disgusting.
It tastes
but
like
also,
tuna. It tastes
Yeah,
like
yeah,
the tuna,
yeah.
and then that tastes like the veggie sandwich.
I haven't
tastes
been
like
to Subway in
chicken.
forever.
I mean, I was always a Quiznos guy over Subway. I thought.
Yeah, it went down
They could
since.
toast it.
I'm not even kidding. I remember it tasting good when I was a kid.
I was obsessed with it as a kid, but then I also think
Obsessed with it.
it just
That's so funny to be obsessed
It
with
sucks.
it.
Subway
You're at
sucks.
home doodling sandwiches.
Yeah.
I can't get it out of my mind.
That's the action
how,
figures of like the
Dude,
guy
the whole-
working.
That's how
Chipotle
Jared got all
mayo?
these kids.
yeah.
the
With-
Chipotle mayo back in the day.
it was
No?
good.
It's the only place that I ever had Chipotle mayo.
Yeah, now it's
You,
everywhere.
you grew up in New York City.
I know, but in Riverdale, they don't have much.
Okay, sure.
Dude, I went to a place recently that had Chipotle mayo, but no buffalo sauce, which is crazy.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Anyway, you were obsessed with Subway.
No.
But do
I was
you
always a
do you remember
Quiznos
him?
guy,
I remember him just being
Subway
like the
excess.
flow progressive person. Like there's a picture of him with George Bush. It's like his celebrity status. It's like him with George Bush playing like dramatic music. I was like, he probably just took a picture with George Bush. He's
Yeah.
not like
Fogle was big.
But
Fogle
not
was
like-
big, dude. I'm telling you, he's big. He was big time.
Yeah, it was like
yeah, but
400
like big
pounds.
time for a commercial guy. He wasn't like Brad Pitt.
No,
like it
no,
wasn't
he
like
wasn't Brad Pitt. Yeah,
he wasn't
of course
getting
not.
invited to big events or like, dude, Jared from Subway. You know what I mean?
The thing
So,
about
imagine getting starstruck by Jared.
yeah, how much of a fucking loser do you?
well, the thing about Jared from Subway is that he wasn't obviously like a celebrity
Guilty.
like Brad Pitt.
Oh,
no,
okay.
yeah, of course he wasn't.
I
guilty,
want
but
that guy who's like, dude, the facts just come on. You
But
gotta look
he-
deeper.
He pulled off the remarkable weight loss thing,
Yeah.
so I think he did get some like
He was a hero to
some
fatties.
big fanfare.
People
like
were
he
like,
could get invited to the White House not because he's celebrity, but because he's like this like somewhat celebrity that lost like 300 pounds. It's like, oh, this is amazing. But it's
yeah, that was a huge thing that time period. Like losing weight was like just like so respected.
yeah. 'cause
Now it's like
hard.
impressive, but it's like I look at my Instagram feed. I'm like, oh, that person got skinny. Like it's not like
Right.
I'm never like, oh, this person is now like
Sure.
because
yeah.
of keto.
yeah.
But for a while it was Subway, and then
Yeah,
Jared diddled kids, and
The
we're like, it must have
opposite.
been that.
Yeah,
That's what I had to do. To
Yeah,
shed the
that's how it
pounds.
works.
That's how he
And
lost
then
the weight.
keto came along, saved kids.
Well, I was arguing. Patty was talking about how like I was saying that the sandwiches have gotten worse since he got caught.
Mhm.
So there's the theory that like that was like sacrificing
secret
kids.
sauce.
That's what Patty was saying.
His
Like,
guilt.
That's true.
Yeah. But the way they found out was so funny. It's like this woman interviews him, and the first thing he says, she's like, I met him that day, and he goes, middle schoolers are so hot, huh? Am I right? And you're like, that's the most insane thing to start with.
Hell yeah. That guy
Yeah,
told you
that's-
who he was immediately.
Yeah. Like, what level of confidence is that to just like do that? That's insane. To like a complete stranger, you're just like, isn't fucking kids cool?
Or maybe that's
Sure.
just small talk, and if you really get to know him, he's like, babies, dude. That's like it only gets.
He's like, let me feel you out. Let's go with the thing everyone agrees on.
Yeah.
Middle schoolers.
Middle school.
Yeah, I was talking to Patty
There
about it.
you
He was saying
go.
like it has to feel so cool to meet another pedophile once if you're like, oh, thank
Sure.
God, I don't have to like lie anymore.
Right.
But to
Yeah.
assume this like woman is just totally into it, and then she did like a deep investigation on him for like 3
Wow.
years. I think me and my girlfriend we were watching. We were thinking she was fucking this guy, and then later on she was like, yeah, I was, because like for years she was like friends with him, and then the FBI eventually got involved. She was like trying to record their conversations and stuff.
Do you think she was his Ghislaine?
Ooh, maybe, and she's just totally free. Yeah.
Man, what a sad comparison that is to Epstein.
Yeah.
Because Epstein has a private island full of fucking teenagers,
Yeah.
and he just has a parking lot full of children.
But dude, don't underestimate it. He was exotic,
He was
man.
baller.
Yeah, he was baller, dude.
Fogle.
He'd go
Yeah.
to Thailand like on like a private jet.
I wonder why.
Yeah, I mean, obviously for those.
Whatever he was doing
there.
It's weird.
Also, Thailand's sneakily cheap. Sort of a poor person.
Once you get there,
Yeah, that's true. Getting there.
getting there is like $1,000. But once you're there, you could
A
rule the.
thousand's not bad.
I know, and then you spend another 1,000 there, and you can be the king.
King.
Yeah.
There was some doc or like TV, whatever you call it, segment, where it was like this guy did like a full body exam in the US and it was like $10,000. And then he did like fly to Thailand, week vacation, but you get to do a full body exam at these like new hospitals they built, and it was like 6,000. So he's like, you got to basically you save $4,000 and get a vacation in Thailand for the exact same thing.
That is pretty. Crazy.
I was like, when I get to that age, I think that's gonna be my move. Like when I get to like my
Yeah.
40s.
Oh yeah, just
and I
go
need
to.
Oh, and you
the
need to
colonoscopy.
check up?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna just do the Thailand move.
Yeah.
It sounded-
Colonoscopy specifically.
Yeah, specifically.
Yeah.
that
Prostate
is
exam.
crazy. Do they have good
It's a
medical services there?
12-year-old
Though?
that.
He's like, okay.
I guess this is
I
why
trust
it's so
you, Doc.
cheap.
Their hands are smaller. It's,
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I also don't like. Are they known for having good medical services there?
I think they
No.
have like some
Right,
new-
I'm immediately
Well,
sketched
I
out.
don't
Maybe
think
it's
you-
racism, but I'm like Thailand. It's
No,
out of
but
all
you
the
don't go
Asians.
to
It's the
again. There's the white privilege hospital. There's the white hospital.
yeah.
You go to that one. There's the new state of the art.
Yeah.
Like Americans or tourists come to go to, and then there's probably like some local like medicine man in a hut.
Yeah.
You go to that,
I'm
too.
sure that's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're like, oh, it's only $10. Yeah. I don't know. The idea of getting, besides, like, I know Switzerland has like crazy good med. Because my dad broke his neck in Switzerland and got it like fixed, and he was
Really?
fine.
Whoa.
Yeah, he was on a mountain bike and he like hit the brakes like the way you're not supposed to. Like went over, like landed straight on his head, broke his neck.
Jesus.
And apparently it was darker than I thought because my parents were like, yeah, everything's going to be fine. And apparently, like, we left the room and they were like, we don't know if you'll ever be able to walk again.
That's
And this whole
crazy.
time, I'm like getting ice cream in Switzerland. I'm like,
Yeah,
oh,
of
this is
course.
so much fun.
Dude,
Yeah.
ice cream in Switzerland.
Why do
quite
you have an
amazing.
accent in Switzerland? How old were you?
I was
23.
Yeah. No, I was like 11. Yeah. Or no,
Okay.
yeah. No, I was whatever 13 maybe. Whatever summer going into 7th grade was.
Okay.
I remember I was jerking off and I just started being able to jizz on that vacation.
Sure.
It was actually that day.
Yeah.
That's what your father slipped on that
Yeah.
bicycle. Just a load in the middle of the trail.
It was me just thinking about my inheritance.
Yeah.
But Yeah, no, because I guess the Red Cross is like crazy good medical services. So
Cool.
Oh god.
it was funny to see him get cut off. He yelled at somebody one time with a neck brace on, which is just so funny to just yell at somebody with a neck braces. Just look hilarious.
You look funny.
That'd be a hilarious thing for on stage.
How long did he have to recover for?
It was like I don't know, because it was one of those things. It was like I think it was a couple years, but it was like
Wow.
I mean, he can like, so he could walk, like he walked at the airport. Like
Okay.
Yeah. He had a wheelchair, but like he would step out of it and stuff like that,
Interesting.
which is crazy because we were only there for like
That's a wild way to break your neck and still walk.
yeah, and I'm pretty sure it was like one of the last days of the trip too.
Oh, that sucks so bad.
And earlier that day, he was looking around the mountain, and there was a helicopter. He's like, "Oh man, I really wish we could take a helicopter ride." And then he had to get airlifted.
You got He just broke his neck as a means.
Yeah.
He's like, I really want to see it.
Mountain biking's fucking crazy though, dude.
Crazy, dude. So many. I was in Colorado recently, just walking down the bike path, like not realizing it was this. Dude, it is. I was like, how do people just not launch off?
Oh,
this
it's
mountain
insane. Yeah, yeah.
constantly? It's like sharp turns, and then they try to like incline it so that it like you know what I'm saying.
It's
like,
harder
slide
for you
up
to,
like that.
yeah.
But like, it's still fucking so steep and like legit like switchback turns. Like
Yeah.
I'm like, this seems impossible.
Yeah.
Man,
I saw a
imagine-
little ass kid doing it. I was like, this kid's a beast. It was
Dude,
like,
that is always so crazy. Those kids that are doing shit like that. I knew
Yeah.
people that their kids would motocross,
Sure.
Yeah.
which is like insane.
dude,
But it was
middle
like,
of
it's like
the
a family
country is
thing.
nuts.
Yeah.
Outside of like that's like living in the city, people are like, "Oh, you're from New York. You get it's like
They're
you're
kind of
scared."
pussies
I'm like,
in a lot of
yeah,
ways. Yeah,
dude.
yeah.
What are you talking about? Also,
Yeah.
like if I go to another place, like I was in like Nashville and I like got shook and someone said that and I'm like, yeah, guns are illegal where I live.
Yeah,
If someone has a gun, like I could be like, oh, I go to the cops. People just have guns here.
for sure. Yeah,
It's way scarier. What are you
Yeah.
talking about?
But it's so funny because it's like I'm the opposite. So like I am like scared like walking home at night. Like that kind of stuff scares me. But then I'll just like my friend could be holding a gun. I have no like my
Yeah.
friends are so reckless.
Man,
it's
that's wild.
insane. I've seen multiple people do cocaine off of guns. And I was like,
That would be fun.
hell yeah. Like both times have been like thumbs up. Let's
Yeah,
fucking
yeah.
do it. Yeah.
That's
Actually,
so
both times,
Americana.
all times. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it looks sick. Somebody's playing like classic rock music. Or you'd be the one guy that's like, hey guys, maybe we shouldn't be doing this. No, you're going to be like, enjoy yourselves.
Let's do coke off this gun.
Yeah.
Of course.
How do you not shoot the gun right after?
Yeah.
I was so amped. I would
I would too. Yeah.
bust a cap.
You ever
But
shoot a gun?
Yeah.
Nice.
Have you?
I
How many
went shooting
times?
with my once. I went shooting with my
Once again, you hold this as close as possible.
sorry.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Hold it like a gun. As
In
close
my
to
mouth.
your
Just close to your
as
face.
possible.
Yeah.
I went shooting with my fiance's dad, like the first time I met them, because they're from the south.
Oh,
So that's just like a way to bond with somebody, I guess.
Nice.
So I was like, "You want to go shoot?" And I was like, "Sure, let's go." And then it was an outdoor range.
There's no way you didn't have questions about. Was this before or after you proposed?
It was before. It was years ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
That
so she was
seems
my
like
girlfriend
that's-
at the time.
Okay, that
Yeah.
seems like where you ask. Like that seems like the situation where the dad asks, like, "So how serious are you about my daughter?"
Oh no!
it was like-
they didn't ask. They don't care about her.
Oh.
So what they were doing is, so he took me to the outdoor range, but he didn't tell me that. So he was like, "You want to go shoot?" And I was like, "Sure." And then he just started driving me into like the woods.
Oh, that's terrifying.
I was like, "Oh shit," because
Yeah.
it's like deep in there, dude.
Yeah.
So then we
terrifying.
finally got to the range, and I saw like other white guys with guns, and I was like, "Good."
Yeah.
I
We'll
feel
be
safe.
fine.
Yeah.
I felt safe
Fuck.
for it.
Yeah, dude, it was terrifying.
Yeah.
But yes, I went shooting once.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been to like some official ranges in Texas, but the first one I ever went to was in Colorado, and it was like the most bunk, like it was like a bodega version of a shooting
Hell yeah.
range. Like there was
Yeah.
no rules, and I was like kind of high, and that was terrifying.
Yeah.
Because there was also like the just a absolute like who you were playing as a character with your cornrows.
Yeah.
There was
That
the
guy's there.
real version
Yeah,
of that guy
yeah.
who had like the sickest gun ever, but he was on. He just like it kept like
It's like a golden
tilting
AR-15.
over to the
Oh,
next.
yeah.
And you're like, dude, what are we doing here?
Yeah.
This
Yeah,
is
yeah,
insane. Yeah. So, but then when you're in like those big gun ranges, like the ones I did in Texas, you feel as safe as you've ever. You're like, I'm good.
They have like somebody in
Yeah,
a
there's
tower
so
like
many
pointing
safes
it
there.
just in case somebody.
And the guns that they have are like brand new, so easy to use. Nothing's gonna go wrong. The one in Colorado, I'm like, these could just be fucked up. Like, they
Yeah,
just-
yeah.
whatever.
You took
Yeah,
this
yeah.
off a body yesterday.
They're like scratched. What's going on? What's going on?
It'd be funny if it was scratch, but it's just those like little S's you make in middle school. You know, just, like really innocent doodles on them.
Yeah.
Dude, my thing is I like in high school, I mostly just shoot guns with like my family because like they were not my mom, but like my dad and my cousins and stuff.
Sure.
But just like with my grandma, just like fucking she's in a wheelchair, just shooting an AR-15. She's like,
That's how she gets around.
take that, pussy. Oh yeah, that moves the thing.
Yeah. It's like she's in space with a fire extinguisher.
But I never really shot guns with my friends. Like I have seen my friend like pull it one time. We were going back from a football game, and he goes, "Check this out." I'm like, "Don't do it." He's like the one friend who's always the dumbest thing.
Sure.
And he goes to like the roughest part of Orlando. It sticks his AR-15 just out of the window and goes, hey, just to fuck with us. He goes, "Hey, guy," and like he immediately like turned down a different road. But it was like the most terrifying thing. It'd be like if you, I don't know what the worst neighborhood is in New York. It's probably worse than the one in Orlando, but
Sure. Yeah,
Brownsville?
that's
Tiny cupboard.
kind of covered. Yeah.
That place.
But I just didn't know. I was like, I didn't know. And then until later, my friends were like, "Oh yeah, we used to go shooting all the time." But they just go to random spots. Like they go to like Florida. There's just random areas. There was this one area where it was like, they have areas where it's just like power lines and stuff
Sure.
in the woods.
Yeah.
And it's like technically public land
Okay.
or something like that. So they just go shooting on that. And yeah, which is
guys need stuff to do.
yeah. But I
Figure
wonder how
something
people
out.
get killed by stray bullets.
What do you mean? You wonder how? You just said they go
Because I wonder
shooting.
how many.
Oh, I thought you said.
yeah, not how.
You're like, I wonder how that happens, though.
No. I'm very aware how that happens.
Yeah, most of them.
Yeah.
What's crazy? It's our stray bullet, the New York stray bullet. I don't know if you. Maybe this is like me getting older and Jewier. Tell me if you guys agree with this. New York is a hellscape now in terms of just like walking around, bikes both ways, people.
Oh,
like
it's
the
insane.
amount
Yeah.
of head on a swivel
Yeah, it's
required
crazy.
to just walk around the
Dude, I
city
can't
now.
look at my phone for like 2 seconds
Dude,
without
it's
like running
like
into
is
somebody.
it not way worse though than it was like a year ago?
Yeah,
or like
yeah.
ever before.
Yeah, no, the city's bad. We shouldn't live here.
But it's worse than ever.
Yeah.
the wrong way bike thing specifically. But like
specifically your
there
people,
was like the other
Luis.
What was that?
Dude, those guys fly. They're in
They
like
do,
full
they do.
tactical gear
Yeah.
with like the mitten things. It is insane.
And every time they go by, I cheer them on.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, boys, I believe in you.
Yeah.
Well, the other day a bike. I'm trying to jaywalk.
Yeah.
Bike
Sounds
almost
like your
hits me
problem.
going the wrong way.
Sure. But
I-
you're jaywalking.
Then fucking bike coming the wrong way, scares a pigeon, almost hits me. I flinch into a homeless person, ask more for money. I'm like, ah!
Yeah, it's
I'm like,
constant.
this is too much.
Yeah.
So
You
it's,
should have just gone to the crosswalk, huh?
I
Should have been a
got hit by
law-abiding
car.
citizen.
Should have hit by a car.
Yeah.
Just jump in front of a car next time.
Just
Save myself
hit
the
by
effort.
a bus.
Yeah,
Is that better?
honestly.
Dude, I've only seen that
brutal.
one time. I saw a bike and I was like, I wonder where the person is attached to that. And then like 20 feet further was a person. And I just saw the car just like flying. I'm kind of
really?
bummed that I didn't get to see the collision. But
Sure.
I mean, it would have been jarring, but it would have been like, I don't know. There's some, what is it about like seeing a human body just go flying that's like hilarious?
Scary though.
Hilarious and scary.
Scary.
Hilarious on the video, but I feel like if I heard that thud in real life, it'd really fuck with. I thought
Yeah.
about that actually,
What are
Yeah.
you thinking about?
just because sometimes I'll see an almost accident, and I'm like,
Oh.
oh, and then you imagine it, and you hear the thud in your head and the imagination you have, and you're like, ooh, that hurts.
Yeah.
I saw a real innocent, like a real Gucci goo of a crash the other day.
What was it?
Some guy was just opening his door, and it
hit
was
a
a tight
baby.
street, and a bus was coming, and it just took the door off.
That's a
so
great-
no one got hurt.
Yeah,
but
that's
the
a
guy
great
was
scenario.
So pissed.
Yeah, that could
I
be
was
so
like,
Yeah, he
that
lost the door.
Sucks. It didn't like come all the way off, but it bent out. You know what I mean?
Course.
And he was so pissed, and I was like, 100% the bus's fault, which felt great.
I think it was
Sure.
the guy
You know?
driving the bus's fault, but
That's what I meant.
yeah.
No, actually, it was someone whoever
Dude, this
rang
bus
the
is
bell.
crazy. I don't know. He
Whoever
just hits an old lady. He's like, I have no idea. Dude, I saw that one. This guy backed up and hit an old lady, and then he tried to get her to like walk. He's like, no. It's I barely. Like he was like trying to. He's like, I think
Yeah.
she's fine. I'm
Convince her?
like,
'Cause
no,
she's old?
she's like 90 years
Yeah,
old.
yeah.
For sure, hit her with your car. She's not fine to walk.
For sure. Hit her with
She doesn't have bones anymore. Like you destroyed it. Like it's probably just like shards of bone inside of her, and you're like, come on.
That sucks about being old.
Oh.
You get hurt
Dude,
so
it's
easy.
insane,
I got
yeah.
hit by a car like 3 years ago, and I'm fine.
You got hit by a car?
Yeah, it wasn't bad. He was like turning, so he was like going
Hard
pretty
though?
slow. Huh? No, he was like turning onto street.
Were you on your bike?
No, I was just walking, which is crazy because like we made eye contact, then he hit me.
That's hilarious. Like see you and then be like, come on. I was still gonna go.
It
for it.
was insane. And I get up and I'm like on the hood because he hit me enough that I like slid up onto the windshield. And
Yeah.
that kind of
That's like good, right? Aren't you supposed to like roll into it?
I didn't strategize it. It's just how my body went.
That's what stunt people do. They like
I heard this is all when if you see a deer, again, I'm a city boy, so I didn't know this was a thing, but if you see a deer and you're about to hit it, you're supposed to floor it.
Yeah,
Really?
I've heard that too.
That's what someone told me. Because then
Yeah.
you just like bounce it off. Otherwise, it rolls onto your windshield and could like kill you.
yeah.
Oh, I thought you were saying for the deer's purpose. I'm like, why would it help the deer if you hit it harder?
No, it
No, the deer.
it doesn't help.
Yeah.
We don't care about the deer. You're trying to 360 the deer.
I think it's more like if you have a truck, but yeah, you're supposed to just floor it.
Yeah, and just
Which
really
is
hit
just
the deer.
so funny to see a deer just like,
Imagine the guy who gave that advice. He's like, guys, you're not gonna believe what I've been doing, but I think it's been
hitting
working.
deer.
yeah, the guy that
Dude, that would be
tested
fun. Just killing them that way. I mean, it'd be cruel and disgusting, but it would be fun.
Sure. You ever go hunting? You ever hunted deer?
No, I've hunted birds, but I don't know. It's very unsportsmanlike. Just like releasing, like it was like they were catch and release. Like you catch. What do you call them?
So you'd buy like
There's
a
just a bird
parakeet
in it.
have that go, and then you take them out and then you shoot him.
Just shoot a parrot with a
it. Yeah,
Glock.
bird in the cage. Pop, pop, empty a clip.
It'd be funny. It'd be so sociopathic. Teach a parrot to say no, please, mercy, and then just shoot it in the face. Please, don't take my life.
Yeah, that's
Nobody fucks with shark tooth.
That would be fun, actually.
that
I
would
mean,
be
not killing the bird, but then steer it. It's fun.
all my birds died on April Fool's Day when I was a kid.
Oh, but-
I was like 6, and
Did
I
your
had-
mom didn't just have like a sick prank?
bro, I swear
Yeah.
to God, I went outside and I think it got like too cold or something, and they were all just fucking dead. So I run to tell my mom, and she doesn't believe me. So I'm like sobbing. She's like, "You're really good at acting, dude. Like this,
This is all your birds.
this is
died.
very convincing." And then yeah, they all died.
Damn.
I know.
that
And then my
sucks.
dog died on Valentine's Day. Something about the holidays.
Well,
Really?
Valentine's Day makes sense. Chocolate. They can't eat chocolate.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. No, he was
does
outside.
it really kill them though, or is it just like really bad? Because I feel like I've heard of enough people having their dog eat chocolate.
I think you have to eat like a pretty exorbitant amount.
Just like Valentine's Day.
Yeah, exactly. He gets it.
I
I gotta kill my dog.
I feel like there's always, I don't know, there's always somebody who's like, my dog's really sick, and I always have to show empathy for them, but I really don't care if somebody's dog's sick.
Do you know how
Sure.
if you die, you trip on DMT because it releases DMT?
It is a theory.
It's a theory, but do you
Yeah.
think if dogs eat chocolate shrooms, they would bug out?
No, they do. They trip. Have you seen
Because
those
they
videos?
would
Yeah, they-
have the shrooms plus the dying.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah.
so they would just be like double tripping.
Yeah. But they can't see in color, though, so I wonder how that affects.
It's just like a 1920s
It's just
film.
static
Yeah.
with Charlie Chaplin. They just see Charlie Chaplin. They're like, "Holy shit, I'm a human."
Have you seen that video of that dog on shrooms? It's like, it's nuts. The dog's literally like,
I was
he's
scared
like tripping balls.
because that's what they
That's
say on Rogan all
terrifying.
the time is like that people are from like apes that took shrooms. Like, what
Yeah,
happens
yeah.
if dogs start taking shrooms?
They
You
just
can have,
become
like,
dragons.
wolves.
Yeah.
Yeah, dragons.
They evolve.
Yeah, I don't know. Psychedelics are very interesting because it's like some people do seem smarter, and then some people just seem like fucking dumb. Like I met this guy this weekend, so I was in Chattanooga doing shows, which
How
was
was it?
to fucking blast.
Dude, Chattanooga's
The
good.
second
Yeah,
night
August.
was bad though.
Which
the
one?
second night we did a road gig in Georgia, and it was like a what do you call it? Like a ambush show. And there's a woman in a wheelchair that had her back to me the whole time. I was like, you literally have wheels on your chair and you're not going to spin it around
Swivel.
and look at me.
Yeah.
And then she left. I
Sure.
like halfway through my set. But either way.
Did you do a wheelie?
Yeah. That's fucking sick. Just like,
That'd be badass.
Man, that would steal the show.
Yeah.
yeah. But I met this guy who like I couldn't tell if I was drunk and high, but this guy like made so much sense to me. You ever talk to somebody who's like, so first off, he was total hippie. I'm normally like, oh, these like normally I'm like, okay, this guy's an idiot. Like
Yeah.
normally I'm like, I put the brakes up. I'm like, the second this guy speaks about anything spiritual, I'm gonna call
Listen,
him.
hippie.
Yeah.
I know your tricks.
But first of all, he has a shirt that has a moon on it, and it says "My life is easy." And I was like, "Ooh!" It just kind of like relaxed me at first. I was like,
Sure.
"There's something comfortable about that." And he had long hair and a beard, but he looked like just
Like lucid.
good.
Whatever.
Yeah, yeah. And I was like, "Oh." And he started talking about stuff. He's like, "Yeah, basically like, the ayahuasca vine is like it's like a plug that plugs us into the earth." And that stuff was kind of a little. I was like, "All right, I don't know if that's anything." But then he was like saying some shit. He's like, we always think of like people as different than the planet. We're destroying the planet, but we're pieces of the planet, and just saying stuff like that.
True.
And yeah, right. He's making some sense.
No,
of
it
some of the
makes
things.
sense. Yeah.
Yeah, but I was like, I don't know if these are intense thoughts or like I don't know if these are actually valuable thoughts or if it's just
I'm all in on psychedelics.
really.
Yeah.
See, because like I don't know, I've done them, but like I feel like there's never like I don't know. I guess like Steve Jobs and people like that would be like, it really helps me. But nobody can specify how it helps you. I know how it helped me. Like it did help me get my life on track when I was younger. But I think that like
Now
What
look
were
at you.
taking?
A success.
What were you taking?
when I was 14.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Jesus Christ. You
Yeah,
passed algebra because of mushrooms? That's crazy. Figured my shit out, dude.
He's like, I got off sour.
Let me go do
Patch.
coke off a gun with my friends. That'll fix this.
That's funny. Being like a 14-year-old with like a little protein shake, just like
Yeah.
shaking it up, eating like all kinds
Up
of
at
weird.
5 a.m.
Yeah.
Your parents are like, what the fuck are you doing? Go to bed. Like, you don't get it, Dad. You don't grind. He's like, I'm going to work. I have a job. You fucking idiot.
That's like why I took him to that. I was like this kid. I was like, I want to fucking experience. I was kind of bored with reality, and I was like, I want to do something different.
Sure, you're 14. You've seen life.
Yeah, everything. Yeah.
Time to turn it.
Well, I also lived in like nice suburb Florida, so everything was so boring. Like, there's no
Yeah, true,
real conflict. I mean, there are at some levels, but like I was like, my life's pretty easy, so like this is interesting, and I was like,
Sure.
yeah. So it gave things like levels, but like I don't know. I would want to smoke DMT.
I would love to smoke DMT.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Right now, behind door number 3. Folks,
It'll
you're
only
like
be 15
kind of,
minutes.
aren't you kind of like always high?
I smoke good.
Don't you have a
good amount
serious
of weed.
drug problem?
Yeah. Aren't you,
I
isn't
smoke
this
a
an
good amount of
intervention?
weed. I don't like microdose as much as I should
Want,
want, whatever the word.
It's
Sorry,
always.
I don't know words. I don't do
You're
many,
high.
I've done too many drugs.
I never know if anybody actually has lost their mind because there's always like this one guy lost
Yeah.
his mind, but like it's never a guy who before it was totally normal.
It could be
Sure.
a joke, but you know Benny Feldman.
No, who's that?
He's like a really good comic.
The
Just in
stuttering
comedies,
dude?
yeah. Tourette's.
Tourette's, dude, yeah.
He has Tourette's,
That dude's
but
funny.
Because he took mushrooms?
He's super funny, but he says from too many psychedelics,
It gave him Tourette's.
which I don't know if that's true. That could
If
be
that's
a
a
fuck.
bit.
It could be a
He
bit.
just
I
wants
saw him
to
at
say
like
bad
a bar.
words on stage. He just wants to say the N word on stage.
He's pretty
Tourette's.
funny, and he's kind of abstract sometimes. So I was like, saw him at a bar show, and I was like, I don't know if that was a joke or a serious thing that he said.
Yeah.
But he's so out there that I'm like, I could see this guy doing psychedelics though.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
I think that might be a bit because I think I heard him do the same thing, but saying it's because of the vaccine.
He's just telling her
What's the
it's a
difference?
different
What's the
thing.
difference?
Or maybe that's Nick's joke.
Donnie Sangstack is a joke about that. I think if you have something messed up, you gotta
Talk about it.
Because
Is that why you always talk about being
just talk
Puerto
about the
Rican?
vaccine.
But you don't blame the vaccine YouTube algorithm.
That's true.
It's safe and effective.
It's so safe. All these
Yeah.
people had stutters before they took it.
Yeah. They just didn't know it yet,
Yeah.
and no one else did.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Weed, I do just to go to sleep. I don't think it really enhances my life at all, though.
I started smoking the packs. Do you know the packs?
Yeah, I have one of those.
The
yeah.
Paximilian Spinelli. And I started smoking one of those. And those I like in the morning. They don't get me that high. Don't get me the bug out high. So I could go up on
So you are
stage.
high all the time. If
All
you
the
smoke
time.
it. Yeah.
All the time. But I could go up on stage high where it used to be like if I smoke, I kind of bug out. I don't really want to do stand up. I like hide from the world.
It is the most relaxing
Packs,
way to
I could
do
like
it.
I could
Yeah,
do
yeah.
this. I could do stand up, but there's nothing I can't do on that thing
I almost took an edible this week.
except be sober.
Except stand.
because, by the way,
be in the room.
I was in Nashville for the day. And I was going to take an edible because I thought the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame was in Nashville.
Country music.
Yeah,
Yeah.
which I didn't know about. So I almost bought
Pretty cool.
the country. Oh, I didn't go to
Super
it.
cool, actually.
I went to go
if
see
you
The Flash, and that was not cool. It was horrendous.
I've heard everyone say that.
Dude, it was terrible. And I went alone. I'm done going seeing movies alone. I think I'm like, oh, it'll be like, it'll be.
Yeah.
I'll really get into it. You just get so depressed.
I want to see Asteroid City though. If anyone's down.
Yeah, you got to go with
Those
like
would be good.
one other person.
Yeah, well, yeah,
it's
yeah.
just so depressing. Dude.
I love doing stuff alone. I'll eat alone. I'll go to movies
Yeah,
alone.
but movies
I'll go
alone.
wander
Oh,
alone.
really? I'm not a
Yeah,
movie
I'll-
alone guy. I'm a eat alone guy though.
Oh, yeah.
I like an eat alone.
I love to eat alone.
I feel like you get better service
I think they feel
because
bad.
they feel bad for you.
Yeah,
but
and
like, there's nothing to feel bad for. I wanted to do this,
yeah.
but I think you
Sure,
get
I
better
invited
service.
several people.
Yeah, they
Sure,
all-
I'm in a strange city I don't know anyone in.
I also,
but I
wish-
also want to
I
do
also
this.
am too sad to go home.
Yeah, exactly.
This is my only place to be.
Let me have some eggs.
Yeah.
I have eggs at home.
Especially to a nice restaurant, like look like you got stood
I've
up.
never
That's
had a
great
nice
move.
restaurant.
But that's a great move to like just get an incredible meal. Be like, no, she's coming. Just have them watch you. Just
Do
like
the Jim
disintegrate.
Carrey from Dumb and Dumber.
Does he do that in that?
Well, he's like waiting for like 7 hours.
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
that's funny.
8 a.m. I just assumed she was a raging alcoholic.
Yeah, I think she says he shows up at 10 a.m.
Yeah.
And then the guy's like, "You sure she didn't mean p.m.?"
Yeah. He's like,
I think she just stood him up anyways. But, yeah.
But
I've never seen a Jim Carrey movie.
what?
Yeah, everyone says the same thing.
All right, you got to see.
Everyone says The Mask and Dumb and Dumber.
No, Ace Ventura.
Yes, everyone says that one too.
Oh, Liar.
See, he has so many
Oh!
movies.
Do yourself a favor.
Bruce Almighty.
Truman Show. Truman Show's like a good movie. It's like kind of funny. It's not even that funny.
That's what I think is going on, by the way.
What?
With the UFO shit. I think that's just us seeing like a camera of sorts. Not
It's
like
just Truman Show.
not an actual camera, but like that's us seeing like the whatever's on the other side of things.
Yeah. Right. We're getting
Yeah.
to the end.
Yeah,
It'll
that's
just be
just-
a door at the end of the ocean.
Yeah, that shit. I get so into that with like there was that family in Las Vegas. You see, they had the craziest claim.
Oh, yeah.
There's like there's the 8-foot alien in our
then
backyard.
you see the video of the
Jesus.
8-foot alien?
No, you can't. It's so blurry.
It could be it.
Yeah, you think so?
It's his family.
Yeah, it's my favorite.
Jake Timothy's talking about being the mermaid guy because everybody's like a UFO guy now. Just be like the super
That's
hardcore
good.
into mermaids.
That's
so.
funny.
But I'm weird. I like conspiracy theories, but nothing outside of UFO. Like Bigfoot is so stupid to me. I'm like, it makes no sense because you'd have to have a whole species of Bigfoot. There's not just like one of them just walking around
Yeah.
like confused.
And the land is pretty finite. Like we've seen a lot of the land.
Yeah.
I believe anything in the ocean.
Yeah, like a water Bigfoot.
Do you ever watch Ancient Aliens?
Of course.
Okay, so like there's all these people I listen to on podcasts or see YouTube videos of them, and I'm like buying everything they're saying. I'm like, this guy's a genius, well credentialed.
It's
And then-
music. It's the
and then
music
it's
they
just
have
someone that's their credit is that they're an Ancient Aliens guy. I'm like, oh,
Whoa,
this is
whoa,
quacks.
whoa, whoa. I think you
This is
mean an
quacks.
ancient astronaut theorist. That's what
Ah.
they're called.
They're just quacks.
Yeah, they're always just dressed in like they're dressed like Indiana Jones.
What's that guy that's on Rogan all the time? Michio Kaku?
Oh yeah.
But he's like a
Dude,
futurist.
I literally fully
I don't know if-
just
I think he
the
might be
Asian
a
accent. I'm like, this guy's a scientist.
He's a
Like in my
genius.
head, I
He's a
literally
genius.
just thought he's a genius.
He's the
But
smartest guy in the world, but then I'm also like, is he just a straight quack?
yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Michio Quack?
Because that is one of those things. It's like somebody could just have general credentials, and then people are like, "Oh, this guy's a doctor." It's like nobody looks into anything they are.
Right.
Isn't Bill Nye like not even like a real fucking scientist?
Well,
Neither is Neil deGrasse.
I thought
Neil deGrasse is a physicist. He's just not like a great one.
Yeah,
Like real physicists are kind of like he's kind of retarded.
Yeah.
know?
Really?
Yeah. Well, he doesn't.
Dude, I'd be talking shit too if he's like the best.
Well, he doesn't-
If he's
I-
the most famous one, you'd be like, "Fuck that guy." He's
Yeah, I
bullshit.
guess he doesn't know like the fucking high end level of like of everything that they're actually studying, but he's great at explaining stuff. So everybody just knows how to absorb
That's how you're going to
information
be
from
famous,
him.
though.
Huh? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
What do you want? Just the pats on the back, which a lot of us do, or do you want to be like the guy that discovered the thing? No one knows who you are, but like because of you, we could time travel.
Sure.
Some people
Yeah.
want that,
Yeah.
and that's not Neil deGrasse.
Yeah, I
not-
think most I think most scientists you don't really like know their name, like the
Yeah, of
ones-
course,
Yeah.
especially nowadays.
yeah.
That's a Norm Macdonald bit about like back in the day, you knew the people that went to the moon, but now we just know like the girl with the big ass, but like couldn't tell you one astronaut. Do you
Yeah,
know
yeah.
an astronaut over our lifetime?
Two. Neil Armstrong.
No,
and
no,
Buzz
our
Aldrin.
lifetime though. Like
No.
went to space during
Michael
our
Good.
lifetime.
There's a Michael Good.
Is there a Michael
Yeah,
Good?
yeah, yeah.
Hell yeah.
Wow, that's crazy. If only there was Luis Lopez or Jake Velazquez, we
Watch
would
their
know
arc.
one.
We just have no idea.
yeah,
Dude,
that's
I
it.
should start sending my job resume as that, like an astronaut. And
Yeah.
they're like, there's no way they look me up. They're like, why does he want to be an office assistant?
I retired.
Yeah.
I went to
need
space
stuff
when
to
I
do.
was 12.
Dude, I have wanted to. Do you think you could lie enough on a resume, like say you went to Harvard and somehow like falsify that?
Yeah.
I think it would depend on the quality of the job, but like that sounds fun.
Well, you could just lie on your whole thing.
What's up?
You could just lie
Surgeon.
on your whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then kind of it has to be a job that's not that.
You hold the mic closer.
You can't do that with like a computer science degree. But if you want to be like a fucking like a SVP for like marketing or something, I bet you could figure it out.
Yeah.
That's
Well, to be
creepy.
fair, they also do background checks that are kind of aggressive, and they can like find out if you went to school somewhere.
Sure, just update your LinkedIn.
You think that's all they do? They
So
just
many
check
people
on that?
lie, dude. So many people lie and get away with it. I think it's very possible.
But I would love to just lie and just be in a position where they're just giving me so much responsibility on the first day. And I'm like, I didn't fucking.
dude. Oh,
That's how I
bro.
felt working in the mailroom at fucking Blackstone. It's like a big financial company. I was like, I
A
could just.
mailroom? You
Yeah.
don't think you could figure out mail?
Well, I was like, I could just throw this shit away. Like,
Oh, you could really fuck up like
Yeah,
the
yeah. No,
economy.
this is for the CEO. I'm like,
Yeah.
I could just fucking wipe my ass with this and just
Yeah.
throw this place. And there's that. I don't know. I'm the kind of guy. I'm like, I like destroying things.
Sure.
Yeah.
That's good.
I like being destructive.
Yeah, I'm glad I'm here in your house.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. You got to be careful though, because I feel like those are the people that sometimes
Oh, dude, I would be sued out of
you
existence.
just become the fall guy.
Yeah.
Or the company's doing something super illegal, and they're like, "Actually, it was the guy in the mailroom. He forgot to give us."
Yeah, yeah.
That's why we.
That's what Epstein.
killed
People think
all
that about
these
Epstein.
children.
They
Yeah.
think it's just a dumbass in like a Harvard shirt, and they're like, "Yeah."
Yes, billionaire, the submarine.
I knew you wanted to talk about it. I love the way you segued in it barely. You're like,
Speaking
speaking
Billionaires,
of
submarine.
yeah.
But the
Not even
submarine,
sentences.
they were all billionaires.
Yes.
Sure. One of them's a kid. That sucks.
Do you think he got eaten first because he's the closest to their usual diet?
I don't think.
Yeah, okay.
That's funny.
That is weird. Billionaires taking a kid into a submarine.
I
Like
know.
that is very
Like just in case things go south.
dude. I bet you Alex, or just for fun. Like that's just like their private jet. That's like their kind
Except
of
it
like.
was one of the guy's son.
Oh,
Also, did you see how
Yeah.
small the thing was?
Dude, it's like the size of this couch.
It's
If
like
you make
the
it a
size of this
circle.
couch.
really,
Dude,
they're-
fucked.
They're all crunched
up.
like this.
If you're a billionaire, why wouldn't you get like a luxury submarine that
That
comes
is
down?
the
Yeah.
worst. I didn't even know that bad of a way to die existed.
Suffocating in the Titanic.
Just being in a space that small with that many people and then just getting
in the ocean, dude.
crushed by pressure once.
Yeah.
Oh
I-
yeah, because
I've
just
heard
like,
that
ugh.
everyone says that everyone was worried about the oxygen, but like I guess like scientists are like, no, they died days ago.
Yeah,
Like you guys don't have to worry about that. They like were imploded.
Yeah, people are like
Yeah.
calculating their oxygen, but they're also saying they're like, oh, actually, if one person dies, then they have more oxygen. So like they're like, it's possible that one person died early, and now they have a little more. It's like,
Wow.
yeah, do billionaires? You don't think they're gonna fucking stab somebody to like?
How, dude? You're in a fucking little thing.
That thing is so small. That's what I'm saying. Dude,
Yeah.
the movie is going to be so bad. that
Oh,
comes out
yeah,
about
yeah.
this,
Oh,
but
yeah.
like, there's just there's so many directions to
You
go
think
in.
they killed the owner, the founder, because he's in that?
Oh, they're probably the first guy they killed.
First guy to
They're like,
kill,
yeah, there's
yeah.
less oxygen in here.
Well,
yeah.
that's even
But I
right.
don't know because he knows how to operate it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so they're probably like, oh, I don't know. He's probably
That's
the
true,
only one that
too.
can get us out of it. I mean,
Maybe
he's probably,
that's how they got stuck.
with what?
They killed him first, and they're like, ah.
Oh yeah.
They killed him way too fast.
Yeah.
15 minutes in, they're like, you know what? Fuck this guy.
Yeah.
My leg's cramping.
It's like, oh, the controller, the batteries died. What?
Yeah.
They just murder him.
Well,
It's
that's one of
crazy
those
it's a
you
controller.
immediately say your value. Like I guarantee the second things are going bad, he's like, just a heads up, I'm the only one that can get you guys out of there. Just emphasizing that again.
Dude, but yeah, it's fucked up. It's literally, I'm not even kidding. It's probably from there to where we're sitting, and like you can't even stand up. 5.
They were doing something sketchy
For a
in
few
there.
days.
Why do you need to go to the bottom of the ocean like that?
Weird.
What are
See
you
the
doing?
Titanic, dude. See what that's all about.
Yeah, but apparently
at a
it's
ship.
just you can't go out of the thing, obviously.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're just
So it
looking through a thing.
projects onto a screen.
What?
Like there's a screen in there.
You don't think
there's a
there's
camera
glass?
on the thing. There's like a little glass thing. It's a fucking iron tube.
Yeah, why would you do that? Why wouldn't you
It's
do one
the
that has
du-
like a
It's
sick,
the
like
craziest
fucking...
thing I've ever heard.
Yeah, like I feel like you'd have. I would want to do like a sweet submarine or those sweet things where it's like a bubble. You know what I'm talking about? Like
Sure.
little jet ski ones. But it probably doesn't go down that far because I guess I forgot it's really far down there, right?
That's real fun.
Oh, dude. It's like, I think 13,000 feet.
Yeah, something
Dang.
like that.
I saw one of those little like infographic
Oh,
things.
was it a Father's Day thing? Oh,
Uh,
it was.
It was
Oh, I
around
guess
there.
so.
'Cause
Yeah,
the
they
guy was
left-
with his son. That seems like it was a Father's
yeah,
Day
they left
thing.
Father's
Yeah.
Day.
Yeah.
I saw one of these little like infographic things about how deep it actually is, and like from the top to the bottom, it's like where the Titanic is, and in the middle, it's like the pressure here is so high that if you punched a hole into a scuba tank, water would rush in instead of air rushing out.
Wait. Wait, you're underwater. Obviously, water would come in before air rushes out. I don't.
Or the other thing around. No, wait. Yeah, no, because when you poke something in there, air comes out of a fucking scuba container because it's so high pressurized that's how you fucking breathe.
Oh, so you're saying? Okay, you're saying if you stab a scuba container.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. They're saying if you stab the wall of the submarine.
No.
I was like, you're like water comes in.
No,
before
the
air. I'm like,
actual
yeah,
scuba
water- yeah.
air container thing.
Oh yeah, that is crazy.
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
Yeah.
That's how and that's halfway down.
Yeah.
So imagine
yeah.
all the way. Imagine the shit that lives down there.
Oh,
Well, think about how thin the air is when you go to like Colorado, like Denver.
Yeah.
It's twice that
Down.
below sea level.
Yeah.
Ugh.
So I can't even imagine.
Yeah, they're dead.
Yeah. Oh well. Absolutely.
R.I.P.
Yeah.
Oh well, now they're dead in multiple ways.
Yeah.
They imploded and ran out of oxygen.
Yeah. Well, do
The
you think they
imploded.
ever find that?
Yeah, they found that there's like the reason they know they're dead is there's debris. It's just a fucking exploded.
Oh,
Oh,
shit.
really?
I think so. yeah.
Oh, okay.
Ugh.
And they're getting eaten by little fucking God knows what glows in the dark down there.
Dude.
Yeah, those little things like
The
from Finding Nemo.
internet's
Yeah.
fucked up. Like I was like making jokes about it in like a text group, and I'm like, this is kind of fucked up. I feel.
And
kinda
then
bad, 'cause
everybody's
it's like
on
the
board.
Worst way.
Dude,
to
the
die.
second it's billionaire, it is so funny because like the second it's billionaires, everybody's like, let them fucking die. People are like
The
ruthless.
memes were insane.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, yeah.
like,
The memes.
They would just be like, it was like live look at the fish outside the submarine. It's like mad fish. Just
Yeah.
This is like
But it's just so funny to die in a
is insane.
submarine. It's hilarious.
it's crazy. Well, also to go after the Titanic
Yeah.
and then to just die. But someone put it. It was like it's rich people died in a vessel that like whatever going after, looking at a vessel where rich people. It was just like the same thing.
Yeah. Like
A
an endless
smaller
cycle of
version,
that. Yeah.
That place is cursed. That ship is cursed.
Yeah, no, that is very cursed.
That is
But
kinda
also,
crazy.
I don't know how many expeditions have been down there. Maybe it's like, maybe there's been a fuck ton down there, and this is like the 400th.
No, dude. I think it's pretty hard to get down there.
Really?
I think so.
Yeah?
It's real far down.
Yeah. No, that makes sense, but it's like one of those things.
The
that's
fact that they have to go in some bullshit ass like tube like that.
Yeah,
How is there
yeah.
not a better version of that thing?
I don't get that either.
I think it's that.
maybe it's
hard.
like the iPhone that they upgrade. They're like, this is the thinnest submarine. It's like the best one.
You saw it was controlled with like a PlayStation.
Yeah. That's crazy. Yeah. That's like very like trendy hipstery though. They're like, yeah, there's like exposed brick inside. It's like exposed wire. You're like, I don't know if I feel safe in this.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, it's fucking nuts. I don't know. I don't have any more thoughts on that.
Yeah, well, circle back.
I will say this, dude. I was. Have you been to that Greyhound? You don't seem like a Greyhound guy. You seem like you have your life together.
I've done it in the past.
The Greyhound bus station in Nashville might be the scariest place I've been in a while.
Nashville. No, I wasn't there. Never
Yeah,
mind.
I show up and there's an armed guard with a bulletproof vest on.
Does it
I'm
make
like,
you feel safer?
yeah, no. I'm like, that's pretty crazy for a Greyhound. Like, does he work
Yeah.
for a Greyhound? And then I get in and there's a podium with a woman sleeping behind it. And I was like, hey, do you know when like the next bus is going to? And then she was like, I don't work here. She was like sitting behind the podium.
Oh, that's
Wow.
And then this white guy comes up to me and goes, you watch your back? Or I watch your back, you watch mine. I was like, what is this fucking prison? I was like, this is a Greyhound
That's
station.
so funny. Yeah, he's like, it's like, are you here to protect the Greyhound passengers? No, we're here to protect Nashville from the.
Yeah.
That's why they got armed guards.
I need someone here that took a $7 bus.
Yeah.
Get out of my
Nashville's
town.
sick, though.
Huh?
I didn't get to
Nashville's
see it. I would have
nice.
go see the Flash, man.
Yeah, that's
Because I got it at 9 a.m. And so I was like, all right, well, I could go see the Flash, or I almost bought tickets to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in fucking Ohio. That's where it is, right? Ohio?
No clue.
It's in Cleveland. That's Ohio, I think.
Not
Cleveland is
Detroit?
Oh,
Ohio, but I don't know. if it's in there.
Yeah. But I almost bought tickets to the wrong thing, and I was like, okay, I don't want to go to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. I want to go see the Flash movie. And so I just went alone, and man, I can't emphasize how fucking. It was funny too, because one of those movies, two people like stood behind because Ezra Miller's out there just doing crazy shit. Everybody's like,
Sure.
well, the movie though is a different thing. And
Yeah.
like the movie is worse than his crimes. It's fucking terrible.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, what's his?
I feel like I was assaulted. What's up?
Why is that guy a celebrity?
I think they're a terrible actor.
That's what I'm saying.
They're a terrible
feel,
actor.
It does feel like being a
that-
dog shit
yeah.
person who's like a sex criminal is like networking.
Well-
Because like
oh,
there's
yeah,
no
yeah.
reason for that guy to be in a movie other than he's a good. He's
Well, it was like,
networking
okay,
through-
this movie's taken like years to make. So like over like the 3-year process, Ezra started going off the rails and started
But
like,
maybe he was off the rails before, which is how he got the role. That's what I'm saying.
that's true.
That's my conspiracy.
Yeah.
Nice.
Because what's the other route?
But I don't think it's like sex. It was one of those weird things where like,
he was like torturing kids.
Oh,
He was,
really?
like- he had like a sex slave or something.
are you getting this from InfoWars?
No, I'm not. I made it up. I'm
You're
spreading
getting it from
propaganda.
nowhere. Just your imagination.
I'm spreading
I
propaganda.
know. Apparently, Ezra Miller threw a chair at like a woman or something like that.
Well, that's fine.
It's all these. Well, that's just good old fashioned fun.
Yeah. They're trying to get me back on his side. Is that
Yeah,
what's going on?
yeah. The only good part of the movie was what they had was years ago. This guy named John Peters is. He's this Hollywood director in the 80s. He like used to be like a hairstylist and like talks about eating pussy and is like very
Nice.
like oh, I've lived a crazy life. You know, I was doing coke with Jack Nicholson, all these like stories. And he tried to do a Nicolas Cage Superman movie where these are the two requirements. He said the suit cannot be too faggy. Those are his words, not mine. And he has to fight a giant mechanical spider in like the act 3 of the movie. And he's like, those are the only two things that can make this movie happen. And I guess it didn't happen, but now they animated that into like the multiverse. Like for 2 seconds, you like an animated Nicolas Cage fighting a mechanical spider.
Oh, that's great.
And I was like, all right, that was.
Is his suit not faggy? Is it a pretty
like,
cool
if you only
suit?
do one of those two things, good news, we'll have the mechanical spider.
Yeah. Well, no, that was for like a movie that came
He's
out
gonna be
in, like,
real queer.
that was for a movie that was going to happen in like the 90s.
Right.
But then this, they like, yeah. In 2023, they were not saying that. But
true artists would.
yeah. And then I'm gonna ruin it because the movie sucks. George Clooney comes back at the very end as Batman.
Oh, no.
Oh wow.
Yeah. For
They're
like,
getting too crazy.
what's up?
They're getting a little too crazy with all.
Oh,
the
dude,
movies.
Christopher Reeves was in it. Adam West was in it.
Was he walking?
No, yeah. I mean, yeah, he was standing.
Was he?
Because yeah, they just have all these animated things like this is the multiverse, and they're showing like cartoon Batman and
Do you
all
think
this
they're
stuff.
done with famous people? Like they'll just use their likeness
Bruce
for
Willis.
eternity?
Bruce Willis is in gave his face away. He's like use it for whatever.
That's
He
what I
sold
mean.
it. Yeah.
Wow.
Like just use Bruce Willis now.
Yeah, but
Why do you
I
need
don't.
other actors?
I don't think it's like a full movie with Bruce Willis. Like it's like an Eddie Murphy comedy. Like babies are Bruce Willis's face.
That'd be good.
I would support that.
He also has severe dementia.
Yeah.
So
That's
I
probably
can't
why
believe
he was kind of
he's
going off the
allowed
rails. He's like,
to-
put my face.
He probably
on it.
didn't know he sold his face.
Yeah.
Take it. Who cares?
Yeah. That's what I mean.
Do
How
you
is that
think
allowed?
you recognize your own face when you have like severe Alzheimer's? You look in the mirror, or do
Yeah.
you think it's who's the person?
Yeah, 100%. What?
I don't know. It's
Yeah,
it gets,
'cause-
it gets
Depends how much
bad.
you've aged, I guess. I mean, if you like age, then you
Yeah,
look different.
because you forget what you look like, and then randomly you're looking at like an old face, which has to be the most terrifying experience. That's literally like what's that story, Rip Van Winkle? It's like you literally look in the mirror and you're like there are millions of people who are looking in the mirror and having like a full experience where they're like, "Where's my life gone?"
It would be cool to just not.
Sure.
It would
I'm
be
just
cool
sad.
to take a year off seeing yourself.
You look like shit. There's
But no, like
a lot of people that do that.
If you just didn't.
Do you know how
have to-
insane you are? Like, I'm avoiding reflections right now.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
like the
yeah.
most
That's crazy.
psychotic thing to do.
It's like, oh, check out the pond. No.
yeah.
I've heard that's the thing that a way that guys can get like really fat without noticing because they'll like never like see their
dude,
bodies.
I don't look. Our mirror goes up to here. It's like-
Really?
it's
But you're not fat.
Thank you. You're the first person to say that in a very long time.
But like a morbidly obese guy is like, dude, I didn't see my body for like 3 years, and then I saw it and I cried.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, because you're disgusting.
yeah.
You should.
Yeah,
You should be ashamed.
Yeah.
If you're that morbidly obese, how do you not notice?
I know. Like,
How do you not notice that you can't wipe your own ass?
I don't get how you get to the point where you like waddle and you're like, this is still fine.
Yeah.
You know how like fat guys like go side to side? They see the world on a pendulum.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Everything's just shaky. Blair Witch Project camera. It's just your
dude,
life.
it's insane.
Yeah, I think. I mean, it's probably just some severe. And that was Jared's defense. He was like, I went from being addicted to food, and then I had to transfer it to kids. And
Sure.
that was the trial. They said it was mild pedophilia, which is just the funniest sentence.
That's
to
the
say.
worst kind of pedophilia.
Yeah, if you're gonna do it, go hard.
Yeah.
Well, mild doesn't mean aged less, does it?
No, but that's the joke.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the ha-ha I tried to go with. Just thinks about hee-hees and LOLs.
But that was a fun dog. I don't know. The craziest was the guy who was partnering with him. The way they found him was because there's hours of him talking on the phone. He's like, I like fucking kids. I go to Thailand. I fuck little boys all the time. He's just saying all this
Wow.
stuff. And they're like, technically, we don't have enough evidence. He's just saying it. We don't have evidence that he
Sure.
was actually doing it. And then,
So then they get a kid, and they're like, all right,
You're going to save so many
dude,
kids.
that's how they were gonna catch
Lord,
him.
That's insane.
The crazy part is this woman
They're
had
gonna
kids,
Chris-
and he's like, oh, I want to bang your kids.
Chris Hansen.
Yeah,
Is
and
it Chris or Scott?
it was like, he's like king kid fucker. So they had to set up a whole party. He's like, they had to make it next level. They're like, we're inviting all the celebrity kids in, all this stuff.
I'm king.
That's so funny. So it was the like a big star in that world.
The kid world, Or the
Yeah.
kid fucking world.
Yeah.
Yeah. But what happened was he had to bail because the
You
timing.
go to Epstein's Island. There's a subway.
It's a partner program. It's a whole thing. Go there.
Yeah. But the way they didn't catch him, he bailed or something. It was like, oh, I can't make it. I got to film a Subway commercial. And then the way they caught him was this other guy who he worked with just sent him a picture of him banging a 15-year-old girl, and he goes, "Hell yeah, when's my turn?" ? And they're like, "This is physical evidence." And that's how they got him. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Him broing down in a text message, being like, "Sick, dude, you're also
Yeah.
a pedophile."
Let's go.
But then the guy who was his partner in crime was crazy though. This guy set up cameras all in his house and watches stepdaughters do stuff, and then his wife was fucking a horse on camera, which I didn't know was illegal to watch people fuck horses on camera. I thought
Is that illegal?
Apparently it is.
Oh, I'm a
which
criminal.
guilty as charged
Yeah.
of watching a video of somebody getting fucked by a horse.
Is it any more illegal if you're jerking off?
It's not more illegal. It can't be more illegal.
Because everybody's seen the Mr.
think you
Hands.
nailed it.
Use your imagination.
I think you nailed it. Yeah.
That's why you use your imagination.
Everybody's seen the Mr. Hands video.
Yeah.
And, are you now
I
a
haven't
criminal?
seen it.
Have you seen that?
You haven't seen it?
No, let's watch.
What were you jerking off
Yeah,
to?
I mean,
Let's
not
use
now
your
that I know
IP.
it's illegal as of 2 days ago. I'm
Use
like,
your
ah,
IP.
It's on this TV.
you're telling me my middle school years were a crime?
Go to Guantanamo.
Yeah. I watched a video of a person fucking a
They're
horse.
like, What are you guys gonna do to me? We're gonna make you fuck a horse.
Yeah. Dude, my buddy sent me a video one time of a dog going up and licking a woman's pussy. Sounds disgusting, but Who Let the Dogs Out was playing, so it was kind of funny.
That's funny.
Like half the group chat's like, "Fuck you, man, this is terrible." Everybody's like, "All right, that's
funny.
It's like, who let
Good
the
soundtrack.
dogs out?"
Yeah, that's fun.
Yeah,
Have you
fuck
done that puzzle?
Or they just have you done that with a dog? There was a guy by
Peanut
high school
butter.
that had that rumor, and it never left him.
That one,
Everybody
he fucked
Sure.
dogs.
did a dog lick peanut butter off his balls, and everybody was like, "Yeah, that's how it is."
Oh yeah, this one. There's like this. He was funny,
That's how
though,
it
so he
is.
could take a good joke. But there's like this pretty flamboyant gay guy I worked with, and he's like, "My dog's so skinny." I'm like, "Stop using the diet peanut butter."
That's funny.
But I loved how in high school you could just start. Like I went to an all boys high school.
Dude, people would
so
believe
people
it.
would just make up rumors, and they
Everybody
would
was
stick.
gay. There was always rumors that some
Oh, of
dude fucked
course.
somebody else.
Yeah.
There was a big rumor. One of my friends said just randomly picked a kid and was like he breastfed till he was 14. And then one of my other friends is in class with him and just starts going. It was the funniest. Like that's the funniest thing ever.
Yeah, that is hilarious.
It's just completely made up, you know.
Oh yeah, dude. But those are fun. Like
That's what bothers. I think that stuff bothers people more than true rumors sometimes. If
Yeah,
a
yeah.
fake one that sticks.
for sure. Yeah, that was like yeah. There was like one guy, one of my friends. He got in trouble for like somebody ratted him out for weed. Like they all had a sleepover and they found weed. And he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna tell the whole school you two butt fucked." And for years, everybody would be like, "Hey, who am I?" I'm like, "So and so and so and so." And they're like, "Ha, classic."
That's
Yeah.
Because
crazy.
they totally had gay sex, which is crazy because it's like there's no way they butt fucked in like a hot tub. It's like, do you know how hard that is to like with
I've
no
never
lube?
tried.
I like that I say like I've done. Do you know how challenging that is? I
The
do.
fucking dude in his ass.
Yeah.
When there's hot water all
Nearly
around you.
impossible. No lube.
It's literally impossible.
What is this guy? Jesus?
Yeah. But the prank, those pranks were amazing though, because my
That's the most Jewish thing you've said.
yeah,
Jesus
He walked
fucking
on
guy in the
water
ass.
and he butt fucked in a hot tub.
yeah,
no
yeah.
lube.
Stuff that
man.
nobody could do. But
What was the
when my friend we did, he went to the doctor and like he got like a prostate exam when he was like in 7th grade, and we're like, that's crazy. We're like, why were they doing that? And he's like, I don't know. This old Asian woman like put a like finger in his ass, and we would put surgical gloves on his table all day and be like, you got a finger in their ass.
That's
It
fun.
was just a classic fun.
we used to have to wear suits.
Mhm.
So a lot of people had figured out this move where you would draw a dick in chalk on your hand, and then you put your hand on the person's back. And then it would just show. And I remember once I did it to someone, and my hand's there, and this guy goes, "Jake, what are you doing?" And it was like one of the teachers, so I just left my hand.
Oh, on there the
Just,
whole
like,
time.
still there, and like
Yeah.
nothing. I'm just saying and
Yeah.
remembering. And then I took my hand off. It was just a dick, and they're like, "Good intent."
That is a good prank.
Yeah, it was really fun.
That is fun. Yeah.
I do. We do have to wrap it up right now, though. What do you
Where's
guys
your
want?
spot?
The Pair Midtown.
It doesn't matter. Keep the pod going. What do you want to plug, Jake?
Two less podcast.
Well, why are you hesitant? Oh, because it is 2 less, so you have to kind of like reluctantly plug
Good
it.
point. Well, I was thinking if I had anything else.
Yeah. Instagrams.
Jake V Comedy.
Mine's Luis Lopez Comedy, and I'm in Austin, Texas next Thursday.
Oh, nice.
Please come out and do a
Wow.
This will be out
Hell yeah.
Tuesday, so yeah.
Yeah, so it'll be
Perfect.
It'll be nice. Please buy tickets.
All right, perfect. Thank you.
Thanks for coming. Thanks for listening.
Thanks for
Bye.
coming.